And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. After recent polls, it's clear that Keir Starmer and this Labour government have run scared. And I would say, we really did predict that this was going to happen. We did see Nigel Farage talk about it as well. As you can see, guys, 4 mayoral elections have been delayed now, or postponed for 2 years. And this is due to the plunging poll ratings, so councils can reorganise. As stated, I knew this was going to be happening, and this is clear to see that Keir Starmer is running scared. He is running scared of this, and I don't believe that this should be able to happen. I don't think that there should be a situation where they can postpone elections or mayoral elections. I don't get it whatsoever, and I think it's absolutely diabolical. But it looks like it's going to be going ahead. As always, guys, we are going to be breaking down this story, getting some reaction as well. As always, please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more. You've seen the state of this country. Now wear the message. Wankir, Stuck Farmer, Liber. Shop the full collection by going down into the link in the description or heading over to BritishStand.com. So yes, guys, as you can see, Labour postponed 4 mayoral elections by 2 years amid plunging poll ratings so councils can reorganise. Mayoral elections across England have been postponed by Labour now until 2028, it is understood. Across the country, 4 new combined authorities will reportedly have their polls pushed back 2 years, with elections originally planned for 2026. These 4 new authorities are Essex, Hampshire, and the Solent, Sussex, and Brighton, and Norfolk and Suffolk, the Sun reports. Ministers are set to confirm the postponement tomorrow or today, suggesting the authorities need more time to complete their reorganisation. However, the decision is likely to be met with criticism as Labour continues to be squeezed into the polls by both Reform UK on the right and the Green Party on the left. The postponed mayoral elections were supposed to take place in May 2026 alongside other elections. This includes elections for all councillors across all 32 London boroughs in a test for Sadiq Khan, as well as a full council elections in cities across the country, including Birmingham, Newcastle upon Tyne, and Bradford. Reform has accused Labour of blatant attempt to stop big wins for the party. Zia Youssef, the party's head of policy, said it's an act of desperate government who are clinging on to power by any means necessary. Labour has proven time and time again that they're not beyond denying democracy to millions of people in order to maintain their cosy status quo. The Conservatives have also laid into the proposals, with Shadow Housing Secretary James Cleverly labelling it as a scandalous attempt to subvert democracy by a Labour government whose credibility and popularity are already in tatters. He added the Conservatives firmly oppose this decision to delay the mayoral elections, especially when candidates have been selected and campaigning is well underway. We're going to get into some GB News reaction in terms of this from this morning, but quite frankly, this is shambolic from Labour, and I don't know how they should be. I don't even know why there was a sort of clause that they're allowed to do this anyway. It makes zero sense to me that you can just postpone these situations depending on how you feel, so you can get better organised. No, go away. People didn't vote for that, did they? They didn't vote for that. They voted for those candidates to be in power for the designated time. Labour are a shambles, and Keir Starmer is certainly running scared.
News this morning is about Reform UK accusing the government of attempting to stop them winning votes in the mayoral elections.
Yes, this comes after Labour announced their decision to postpone 4 of next year's elections by 4 years.
Well, across the House, MPs have criticised the government's decision, with the Lib Dems saying democracy delayed is democracy denied.
Is this government putting our democracy under threat?
All right, let's talk to political commentator, the former Immigration Minister, Kevin Foster. Kevin, morning to you.
Morning.
We are told these delays are necessary because of reorganisation within sort of local government regions. Do we buy that anymore at all?
Absolute rubbish. Remember, this is the elections they're talking about are for mayor. They're not for the councils that they're reorganising. This is for the mayor they're newly creating over the top. And let's remind ourselves how this started. But this time last year, the government, then led by Angela Rayner in terms of this policy, announced with pretty much no consultation that they were going to abolish the 2-tier structure in England, requiring reorganisation of councils, and everywhere in England was going to have a regionally elected mayor, and gave councils about 4 or 5 weeks, including Christmas, to put their preferred option forward. They then said that the first wave would be in May 26, with the further waves in probably 27 and maybe 28 to complete the process. They've now decided that the first wave instead is going to be in 2 years' time. There is no reason why the mayoral elections could not go ahead in this coming May, other than what looks like political cowardice.
Well, except you could actually alternatively just say that, you know, the way that things go and how long everything takes, that actually it probably is. I mean, most things, as we probably know, are more mess up than conspiracy.
Well, with this, it's literally, you could get a mayor elected, set up an office. Most local authorities had already been planning for the elections. There's no indication from any of the councils concerned that they would not be able to hold this poll in May if asked to and required to. It's then a mayor could be getting on with setting up their office, starting to work on the policy areas. Some of the candidates are already things like Police and Crime Commissioner, which the new mayor would take on in due course anyway. The government said they're going to abolish those in 2028. So having seen this, for example, been involved in the setup of the mayor for the West Midlands during a previous time I was involved with Coventry Council, there's no reason this couldn't be going ahead structurally in May, get a mayor in place, allow them to then get on with doing their job. What this strikes is where the current polls are.
Right, but the problem is that I can't get my head round is it just seems incredible, terrifying if true, that a government in this country is deliberately trying to stop democracy, stop our democratic voice. If that is the case, that is beyond scandalous.
It is, and this is actually quite an own goal for Labour, because in reality, there's not huge demand for a regionally elected mayor in many of these areas. You know, I think if we went out with Nigel into his constituents, Clacton, and asked people what their priorities, I can't imagine many would say, I really want an elected mayor of Essex. Come on, it's time we had one of those. So this is a bit of a self-inflicted wound for Labour, and there'll be certainly prospects on the Labour backbenches who'll be thinking yet another own goal for them. But this really, it is quite concerning. They've said they were going to hold these elections. They delayed county elections to have a new set of government and in these particular areas.
And he said it clear there, and it's true. It is a huge own goal for Labour. And again, it just feels as though every single time, every single day, there is something that comes out with regard to this Labour Party that just goes against what many people want and what many people think is the right thing to do. This is not the right thing to do. Again, I don't care how unprepared they are. People have been preparing for ages, ready to go for 2026, and this is a massive middle finger to them. And of course, democracy in general. I don't like it whatsoever. I don't like the way that the Labour Party go and operate things, and I do think it's a threat to democracy if this actually happens. And again, we're going to be waiting for further answers later on today, but credible sources saying that that is the case and is expected to be announced later today. Guys, do let me know your thoughts on this down there in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more British content, and we'll keep you up to date as everything else develops. Take care. Peace.